And y'all should all be able to see my screen ETC page. And let me send her a message right quick that says I can't talk. I'm in class. I'm in class. Talk after 12:35. Okay. All right. So let's go to Blackboard. If you can follow along with me, if you haven't got on to Mylabs Plus yet, there's Miss Hatton. I was wondering what was going on, Miss Hatton. You were trying to call me, but you were trying to get into the classroom. How'd you get in, Miss Hatton?
I went to the main screen, and I seen where a call, and then I went to join.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. All right. Now we're fixing to go to Blackboard. It's under your Learn tab. So right here under your Learn tab, mine's under my Faculty tab. You don't have a Faculty tab. You have a Learn tab. So go down and hit Log into Blackboard. Now this is the way Tri-County Tech wants you to do it. I really don't care. I'm going to show you the back door because Blackboard usually is crashed and sometimes it's up, sometimes it's not. So I'm going to show you what to do when it is down. But this is how they want you to register on the Mylabs Plus. You hit log in. And here they're going to, I think somebody help me out. I think at this point, does it ask you for your username and password? I think it does. And then it takes you to your courses. It may not. I think it does. But it didn't ask me because my computer saved my password. So hit courses. And y'all hit 155. And under Mylabs Plus right here, there's your syllabus. There's my handouts. Okay. I'm going to mute everybody because I'm getting some background noise coming in. So I think you can toggle that off. And Miss Hatton, if you want to cut off your video, you can. I like to tell students to cut off their videos because of the bandwidth. And then if you want to talk after class or if you want to ask a question, you can turn it on then. We got 11. So 11 out of, I think I said 13, didn't I? What'd I say, 13? Yeah. So we got 11 out of 13. Okay, so let's go back. Hit the Mylabs Plus link. And Mylabs Plus. And it should take you to the class and you click on the class, or it'll take you straight to Math 155. I don't know what it will do. Miss Hatton, you said you got on. Did you use the backdoor website or did you use Blackboard?
I used the backdoor.
Okay, that's what normally works. Okay. So there's how, now, how do you do the back door? Well, I'm fixing to show you. And I'm going to send it to everybody so you'll have it. I got to type it in because it's used to me. It's used to my password. So Mylabs Plus. There it is. No, don't type that. Just hold on. Oh, shoot. Do the right. Mylabsplus.com. There it is. Okay. Copy. All right, I'm gonna send this to y'all. I love this. I love this program. You can actually send stuff to y'all. That's so neat. Okay, and I'm gonna type it in, and y'all tell me if you got it. There it is. Tell me if you see Pearson Mylabs Plus. Somebody let me know.
I see it.
Okay, that's the back door. So if you go to Blackboard and it's down, which happens, then you can go to that website and log in. And this is what it should look like. And then you type in, you click on Math 155. All right, that's the back door. Okay, everybody good? Let's go ahead and look at Mylabs Plus. There we go. The first thing I want to talk about is the EText. How do you print out the book? Well, you click on EText or chapter contents. I don't care which one you click on. I'm going to tell everybody EText because EText means book. All right, so I'm going to click on that. You got to have the outline. So let's pull up the outline right quick. Oops, wrong one. Let's pull up the outline because that's the most important page in the book. And I told y'all that we were going to skip the first two. So don't worry about those. Those are gone. So 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.6, 10.1. So those are the ones you want to print out. So go back to EText and go to EText.
It's not letting me log into Mylabs Plus with my Tri-County information.
As backdoor or either way. Try your T number as your password.
Oh, okay, I'll try that.
Capital T, no spaces. Capital T 00123456. Type it in just like it's written and see if that works. Hit the EText. Let me know if it works or not.
Okay, that worked. That worked.
Yeah, that worked. If your password doesn't work, use the T number, capital T 000, whatever your number is, no spaces, capital T, because for some reason it reverts for some students. I don't know why it reverts back to the T number. I don't know why this book is giving me problems. Now, I pulled this thing up all morning. Damn Russians. When something don't go your way, you blame the Russians. Let's go to, well, I went through Blackboard for one thing. Let me get out of that. Let me go through the back door. I guarantee it'll work now. Blackboard is a joke. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said that. Let me go to EText. EText. Bet you $1 it'll work. It takes a minute for the book to come up. There's about 300 pages in there, so it takes a little bit. No, it's not coming up. Is it coming up or not?
Mine only worked when I hit open this content in a new tab.
Okay, I'll try that again. Okay, I haven't seen that button. I've done 2 classes this morning, so I have no idea where that button come from. Yeah, anyway, it's pulling up. Evidently, it's the new thing they just put in. Because like I say, it's not in the other 2 classes. I'm waiting for it to come up. I don't know why it's taking so long. There it is. And let's say you want to go to 5.1. You hit on the 3 bars, go down to 5.1. And inside of that, that's the 3 bars right there. And there's your, now to see how long it is, print this and print page, it'll print the page. Let's see how long that section is. It's 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages, 6 pages, 7 pages, 8 pages, 9, 10, 11. So you would type out 11 pages, and then you go to 5.2. Use your outline to pull out, and then of course you don't need to do 1.1 and 1.2. I'm not going to cover that. So you work on 5.2, 5.3, 5.6, or whatever, and 10.1. Take your 3-hole puncher, punch 3 holes in it, put it in a notebook, put Unit 1, Math 155, and that's what you bring to class every day or have in front of you when I'm talking. Okay? That's one way to do it. The other way is get an old book, share a book, buy a new book. I don't care. Everybody has this. What's in front of me right now, everybody has that. You just got to utilize it. Okay? So that takes care of the question, do I need a book? No, because you have it right there. You don't need to go buy one. Okay? But you have to print it out or you can read it online. But a lot of people like to do the traditional thing and have a piece of paper to read. So that's why they print it out and put it in a notebook. That's how you print out the book. That's it. Okay? So that takes care of that question. The next question. What do you think the word gradebook is for? Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I have students that will call me up at the end of the semester and they will say, what is my grade? Do I reply? Hell to the no. Because every semester I go over what I'm fixing to go over. Okay? So I'm going to go right quick. I'm going to go change something. Go ahead and put in the weights for the class. So that way when you look at your grade book, it will be done. Homework is 20% of the grade. No quizzes, unless y'all want quizzes. Tests are 80% of your grade, and that includes the final exam. And save. So now when you go to homework, when you go to your grade book, and you click on grades or overall grade, or you click on, when you click on show calculation, it'll show homework is 20%. Whatever your homework grade is, it's going to multiply it by 20% and put it right there. Your test, take that average, multiply it by 80% and put it right there and add those two. And that will give you your grade. Hide calculation, it gives you your final grade right there where that 0% is. It's going to give you a percentage, 79.2, 84.6, and that's your grade for the semester. Okay? That's how you do. When you finish your final exam and your last test and you've done all the homework that you can do, you click on overall grade and that is your grade. Because you just saw that I put in the percentages. So there's only 2 things that you can take in my class, homework and test. That's it. So that's all there is to it. So that's the grade book. So let's look at a test. This is no joke. I'm going to tell y'all a story. I did this with the previous 2 classes. I pulled up the test, Unit 1 test. And I opened it for 30 minutes. Everybody with me? I opened it for 30 minutes. Because I wanted to show students what the test looked like. Everybody with me? And I said in the class, I said, somebody is going to call me after class and say they didn't have enough time to do the test. I just got an email from 2 people out of my last class. They were trying to do the test before the time limit. People, I have not even given you a math question yet. Why do y'all do this stuff? I don't understand. It's like, hand me the squirrel. I sat there and I told the class, I'm going to show y'all the test. How many of you have seen a test that's open for 30 or 45 minutes? Anybody? And the date is, you turn in the test in 45 minutes. Has anybody ever seen a test that you do in less than an hour, less than 50 minutes? I mean, I don't understand what would possess somebody to go and do a test that's only open for 5 more minutes. I don't understand that thinking, but you know, maybe I'm just crazy. So this test that I'm fixing to pull up is just for what? It's just for show. You don't have to do it. I'm going to pull in an assignment. I don't know when I taught this class last. I'm looking, just hold on a minute. Let's see, summer, did I teach it during the summer? I don't think I did. Spring 20. How can it be spring 20 when we haven't even had fall 20 yet? I'll look at it and see if that's it. Yep. There's the test. I might as well just go ahead and dump them in because I'm going to change them. There's going to be somebody going, oh my God, I got to do all these tests by the end of the period, by the end of the hour. I don't understand y'all. Import. And I'm going to open up the first test for show. Settings for class. Today is, somebody help me out, the 19th?
Yeah, it's the 19th.
Thank you. I appreciate the interaction. And right now it's 11:35. We'll say 11:40. Somebody actually is going to think that it's due by, 11:40 a.m. Somebody's going to say, oh my gosh, I got 15 minutes to do this test. No wonder y'all have heart attacks and stress. Y'all do it yourselves. 19th. And I'll shut it off at 12 o'clock. Where's 12p? There it is. Okay. So, yep, y'all got 25 minutes, y'all, to do this test. If you don't get it, if you don't do it, it's over. All right, look at here. How many times did I give y'all to take the test? Look at there. How many times? 3. You get 3 attempts. I block it. I do a student are expected to complete the test. If you go out of the test, and I'll show you that in just a minute. If you go out of the test, while you're taking the test, to go to khan.com or whatever to see how you do the problem, then the computer will shut you out of the test and shut you out of future homework. It'll put a message on my end that says you went out of, you exited the test. It'll tell me that. Does everybody understand that? It will tell me what you did. So please don't email me and say that the dog ate the computer and lightning struck the house and the power went out, because the message that Mylabs Plus sends me is you left the test. If the power goes out, it will say the power went out. If your wireless goes out, it will say the wireless went out. So please don't call me, don't email me and tell me that lightning hit the house when I've got a message telling me that you left the test. Okay? Because then you're not only going to be a cheater, you're going to be a liar. So let's don't do that. You got 90 minutes to take the test. It's only a 50-minute test. Why do I give y'all 90 minutes to take a 50-minute test? So you won't have the excuse of what?
That you didn't have enough time.
I didn't have enough time. So I give you a week to take the test. I give you 3 chances to take the test. And I give you 90 minutes instead of 50 minutes to take a 50-minute test. What am I taking away from each one of you as a student? taking away your excuses. Lightning struck my house. Well, you got 2 more tries. I had 4 flat tires and my car broke down. Well, you got 4 more days to take the test. Now take care of your excuses. So now I'm going to go open that test up. So we go to assignments. They change this. They change each main assignments. There we go. And watch here. Eventually, there's your test right there. Now I'll try to hurry up so y'all will have 5 minutes to do a Unit 1 test that we haven't even covered the first problem yet. Okay? Y'all gonna have 5 minutes to turn it in. We haven't done one single math problem yet. All right, click on it, tells you the due date, tells you the time, tells you got 90 minutes. Look at all those, 90 minutes. All these are 50-minute tests. Okay, 90 minutes, and you got 3 attempts. Takes the highest of 3. Click on it. It's going to ask you, is there lightning outside? Do you have 15 kids running around in your house? Okay. Are you sure you want to start this test? Start test. And you're going to have 10 bonus questions and somewhere from 15 to 20 math questions. There's a math question. There's a math question. There's a math question. There's a math question. Oh my gosh, there's a bonus question. Do you know this is the #1 most missed bonus question? I want somebody to explain to me how you get this problem wrong.
Not paying attention.
Not paying attention, I would say non-sentient. Okay? Not paying attention, non-sentient, deadhead. I have no idea how you missed this problem. There's a math problem. Does Hubert replace your lowest test grade with your final exam grade? Well, Hubert hadn't covered that. Doesn't matter. Look at the answers. If you put Tuesday, then something's wrong. Donald Duck, something's wrong. The context of the question, does Hubert replace your, this is a binary question. It's either yes or what? No. It's not Donald Duck. So I would say what? No way, no how. I give you 3 attempts on each of my unit tests. Take the higher of the 2. I make a 78. I want to do better. I make a 92. I want to do better. A 98. The 98 will be taken. So you've improved your grade by 12 points or whatever just by taking the test over. So I'm not going to give you extra points or extra credit or anything at the end of the semester because you've already earned what you've gotten by the hard work of doing all 3 tests because you wanted a higher grade, or you did all your homework over because you wanted a higher grade. What's the #1 saying in life? Nothing is what? And I didn't think y'all would know it. It's your parents' fault. It really is.
Nothing is free.
Nothing is free. Nothing is free. I don't care what you're talking about. Nothing is free. Well, Hubert, you said you could get a TI-83 calculator on your Droid for free. Now, I didn't say it was for free because you have to give up something. What do you have to give up? The ability to feel the buttons, and also a TI-85, when you actually buy one, it's a whole lot bigger and easier to punch the numbers on than a touchscreen smartphone screen. Okay, so you're giving up something. Okay, so you know, nothing's free. Nothing. So in this case, no way, no how. Next. Math. Okay, somebody, this is the second most missed bonus question. Somebody tell me why C is wrong. Somebody tell me why C is wrong.
It don't add up to 100.
Thank you. It don't add up to 100. So A is your correct answer. Okay. Math question. Math question. Math question. Why does Hubert not entertain requests for extra credit at the end of the semester? Because I give you extra points on bonus questions. I give you 3 chances to take a test and get the highest grade. So I would say that one. I actually like C. I want you to fail and live in a ditch. That's really what I want. Like Squidward. Y'all remember when Squidward was going to be, he ended up in a box? Y'all ever seen that? Any SpongeBob fans out there?
Oh, my.
My kids, we still watch SpongeBob. Not the new episodes. The new episodes suck. Have you taken several form of a test in Hubert's class? How is it counted? Do I average them together or do I take the highest grade? I take the highest grade. And I attach a drop slip to your test.
Respect.
If you miss a question on, okay, this is important. Write this down. If you miss a question on Hubert's test and you feel it should be correct, you're challenging a question on a test. The only way that I will even discuss the test with you is what? Scream and throw a temper tantrum? Ask to meet me after class? Send several emails to Hubert with the last one saying, hello? Call Hubert 5 or 6 times. Which one do y'all think it is?
I'm gonna have to go with B.
B, thank you. Somebody actually had C on their mind going, hello? You do that to a teacher, I guarantee you, you're not going to get a reply back. Okay? You don't do that in the real world, so you sure as heck don't do it when you're in school. Next. Math.
This is an actual test.
Math. Okay, here we go. No, there's a math question. Say again?
So this is like an actual test. That's what most of them will look like.
Yep.
Love it.
If your grade book, in your grade book, to find your final grade, you hit overall grade. Now see, Mylabs Plus has changed this. Do you know why they changed it? Because too many people were emailing the company going, how do we find our final grade? There was a big orange button in the middle of the page that says overall grade. And they were calling the teachers, and then they were calling Mylabs Plus. How do I find my final grade? You see where your grade book is? Yeah. You see that big orange button that says overall grade? Yeah. Click on it. Anyway, they did away with the overall grade button, and it automatically defaults to your overall grade, and all you have to do is hit calculation to see the calculation. Which branch? The only branch with the United States in front of it. That's kind of a dead giveaway there. Why would I put United States in front of the Marine Corps and not put it in front of the other ones? Because that's the answer.
How many years?
8 years.
Thank you for your service.
I did 8 by 2. If you have incomplete assignments, this is the dude. Y'all ready for this? Last semester, a guy took all the tests, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, and the final exam. But guess what he didn't do? He didn't do the homework. Now, what is homework? 20% of your grade. So he had a 90-something average on tests, but he didn't do the homework. So that's 90 minus 20. He basically made a C or better, C between a C and a B, because he didn't do the homework. Okay? All right? You know, as they say, On the Hunt for Red October is one of my favorite movies. This is not a democracy, okay? I'm going to pick on Mr. Brickman since he talks to me. Mr. Brickman cannot decide, well, you know, I really don't want to do the homework, so I'm just going to do the test, and he'll just give me the grade for the test. No, that ain't the way authority works. That ain't the way no. You don't dictate to me what I consider your grade. I just told you what the weights of the class was. The weights of the class is 80% test, 20% homework. If you choose not to do the homework, then you choose to get 20 points taken away from your final grade. There's another saying I like to tell my students. We are each a product of our own decisions / choices. Okay? When we make a decision to go against the teacher or to go against whoever, there are consequences with that decision. There is consequences to that choice. When Mr. Brickman said to himself, I really don't feel like doing the homework, so I'm just going to do the test, and I'll just take the grade on the test. Well, that's fine. If Mr. Brickman has his own class, and he has a degree in mathematics, and he teaches himself, then he can do that. But if I am a teacher and I give 80% to test and 20% to homework, that's what each one of you has to do. Is it fair for Mr. Brickman to make an A in the class and he didn't do any of the homework when Miss Hatton has got a B in the class and she did all of her homework? Is that fair? No. Unless Mr. Brickman wants me to give, or Miss Hatton, I can give some of your points to Mr. Brickman if you want me to. Hell no. Okay? So we are a product of our own decisions. When Mr. Brickman made that decision to just do tests and no homework, he said to himself, what he should have said to himself, well, I'll just deal with the 20% deducted from my grade. But no, this guy, he goes, well, I made A's on all the tests. Why should I do the homework? Because you were told to. That's it. You were told to. I don't know why we're having a problem with being told to do something a certain way. I'm talking not to y'all. I'm just saying, you know. Anyway, I sent the email to my department head because I knew it was going to her, and she backed me up. She said, it's in the syllabus, 20%. He's got it all over his handouts, 20%. You chose not to do the homework, so you chose to have 20% taken away from your grade. Simple as that. Let me ask you a question. Who out there in teen world has a job? Just speak up. Come on. Somebody has a job.
I got one.
I do.
I had one for 15 years, but got laid off through COVID-19.
Okay. Where did you work, Miss Hatton?
I worked at Cravat.
Okay. Oh, down here on 29 South?
Yes, sir.
That's in my neck of the woods. I still think your husband's kin to Sam Hatton. But anyway, Mr. Ferguson, where do you work?
I work at Publix, the supermarket.
Okay. All right. Let me ask y'all both a question. Let's say that Miss Hatton is still working at Cravat, and let's say that Mr. Ferguson is working at Publix, and Miss Hatton decides one day that she don't want to go in at 9 o'clock. She won't start 7 o'clock. She wants to go in at 10 o'clock, and she starts going in at 10 o'clock. What happens if you started doing that for about a week, Miss Hatton? What would happen?
I would lose my job.
Yep. Mr. Ferguson, what would happen if you decided that you wanted to take a vacation and you only told your mom and dad or your brother and sister or your girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever the case may be. You told them, but you didn't tell work, and you went on a cruise for 2 weeks. What would happen when you went back to Publix?
I wouldn't be able to go back to Publix. I wouldn't have a job.
Exactly. So when you make a decision in this classroom, it's going to affect you. So whether it's good or bad. So if you want to do something like that, you might want to run it across the teacher first, so the teacher will tell you that you're going to lose 20 points. Okay? Oh my, Mr. Hubbard, what's that noise? Sounds like something's dying over there. Next.
My bad. It's my dog.
That's all right. See, dogs are worthless. Anyway, math. Does homework, when does the homework terminate? Well, look at the outline. Let's look at the outline. What was that outline? I thought I pulled it up. I guess I didn't. Did I not pull it up? I guess I didn't. Well, let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up in the email. And I keep pulling up the outline because I told you it was important. I've told you it was an important outline, an important page like 6 times now. And I'm going to pull it up again and tell you that it's important also because where is the math 150? I bet it's in here. Sometimes it sends it, sometimes it doesn't. Hold on a minute. Math 155. There's 155. Okay. Well, where's the daggone 155 syllabus and handout? There it is. Okay, here is the syllabus, and the outline is the most important page. So I want y'all to tell me when y'all think the test is when we're going to have a test on Unit 1. When do you think we're going to have a test? After we finish what? 10.1.
All the notes.
After we finish 10.1, I'm going to say, okay, we're going to have a test. We're going to go over it Friday in class, and I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to let you see it. A test, not the test. I'm going to let you see a test, and then we're going to set the dates on the test. And guess what I'm going to set the dates on after I set the dates on the test? Well, there's only one other thing to set it on, and that's the homework. So Hubert, you don't set the homework like 5.1. If you assign that on Monday, is it going to be due Wednesday? Oh no, I found out the first semester not to do that because all y'all have Sharknadoes and hurricanes and 4 flat tires and the dog ate my pencil and the cat ate my book. No, I'm not doing that anymore. So what I do is when I assign the test, I give you one more class meeting to have your homework finished. And most people would be on 10.1. If you do it right, you would be on 10.1 and you would finish up that homework before the next class meeting. Now, Billy Bob, he don't do all the homework and he does it all at one night. So he waits and tries to do it after I assign the dates. He tries to do all that homework in one night, and of course he can't do it. So when I set the dates for the test, that's when I set the dates, the due date for the homework. And if you do, how do you know when to do it? Well, if I go over if I go over 5.1 today, and I say work on 5.1 homework, then what should you try to have done before the next time we meet? 5.1 homework, excluding the questions that you may send me. So to answer your question, when is homework due? Well, when we get to 10.1, that's when homework is going to be getting close to being due. Question. I'm looking to see what time class is over. What time is class over? 12:10? Okay. Well, why I thought y'all were 12:35. I looked at the paper wrong, I guess. This page right here should be with you whenever you're working on math. This page right here. Now, I've said that at least 6 or 7 times in each class. When we get to 5.6 and 10.1, you should be, the only homework you should have is those 2 sections of homework. You shouldn't be working on 5.1, you shouldn't be working on 5.2, and you shouldn't be working on 5.3. You should already have those done. Okay? So, finish the test. Where's the test? I hope it didn't leave me. Nope. And toward the end of the semester, okay, it's, what number was that? Anybody see the number I was on? Math, math, math. If you look at your overall grade one day and it has decreased, what happened? The 0 has been placed in missing assignment. And it should be it. So that's what a test looks like of mine. Okay, now y'all got, when is it due? Okay, it's already over with, so y'all can't take it now. So y'all need to run around in circles and panic. We haven't even done a math problem yet, and y'all are worried about, and people are worried about finishing a test that I'm showing y'all. Homework. When you go to the homework, y'all should be working on 5.1 right now. Y'all should be reading 5.1 or just reading over it, because I'm going to go over it probably Friday or Monday. And I haven't got any available, so I need to go through and do that. Course assignment manager. I'm going to go ahead and open 5 and 6. Homework. And I'm going to unassign. Well, somebody's already. Okay, I'm going to assign that one, that one, that one, that one, and 10.1. Now, a lot of people say, can I go ahead? Well, that's fine, but I'm not going to answer your questions until we get to that section. I realize there's some people that invented mathematics. Okay, you know who you are. I'm not going to I'm not going to tell you not to get ahead of me, but I have been known to cancel sections of homework because I didn't want to cover it. So if you go ahead of me and you work on 10 questions on a section that I skipped, then you just spent a lot of time doing something you shouldn't have been doing. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm going to open this at 8 o'clock and leave the open date open because I haven't decided when to do yet. Okay, so those are some you can be looking at. So I'm going to show you what the homework looks like. Assignments. Click on homework. I'm going to click on 5.1, and I'm just going to click on a homework problem. And I'm going to bring your attention to this button right here, question help. Now I want to get a show of hands. Let me turn on the hands. I'm at the enrollment. I want you to push the hand button. A show of hands. How many people have used Mylabs Plus before? Go ahead and give me hands right now. That means y'all have to click on the hands. None of y'all? You're kidding. None of y'all have had Mylabs Plus before. Wow. That's unusual. Okay. Make this note in your notebook. Question help. This is to help you when you're working on homework problems at home. Help me solve this. That asks you questions while you're trying to figure out how to do the problem. It'll go over here, it'll go one way to find no blah, 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 and it's going to say, what is this? And it's going to ask you to put a question in. I'm going to put 5. And you're going to say, no, that's bad. And it's going to ask you several questions while you're actually doing the problem. It's called a guided tutorial, okay? Who would use a guided tutorial? Somebody's never seen it before. Somebody's never seen a question like this before would use help me solve this. View an example is just show me how to do it. No questions, just boom, 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 boom. Show me how to do it. That's for somebody that hadn't seen it in a while. Like you remember how to do it, but you don't know how to do it. That's an example. Textbook shows you in the book, but here's the question right here. Ask my instructor. This is my button. Let's say you've done these and you still don't have a clue how to do the problem. Send me a message, please. Go over this in class. You suck. There we go. Now I did that on for a reason. Now, the next day comes around, Friday rolls around, and I start class, and I go, let me check my 155 folder. And I go to my 155 folder. Look there, somebody sent a homework question. And I go over that homework question. See, there's the exact one I just sent. So you remember in old traditional classes where you raised your hand and asked a question? Well, this is the same thing as raising your hand. What gauges how fast I go in this class? These questions. These homework questions gauge how fast this class moves. But I'm not going to answer 5.1 questions when I'm in 5.6. Okay, I'm going to open up the floor for questions because I don't want to keep y'all, because some of y'all will do the funky chicken on the floor and start convulsing if I go 1 minute past time. So I don't want anybody doing the funky chicken. Anybody got questions?
So with this homework, all we have to do is go to Mylabs and then click on assignment, complete all of them, and we're done.
Yes. Now, once I get started teaching, Well, you don't have to do anything right now. You can go in there and play around with it. If you know how to do the problems, that's fine. But I don't want you starting on anything if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? Let's say you go in there and you try to do number 1, and you sit there and go, I have no idea what to do on this problem. Well, that's not showing, but you go, I have no idea what to do on this problem. Well, then you need to wait on me to actually do the math, then go back and do the homework. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have to, if you don't know how to do the problem, that's what I'm for. Okay, so nobody needs to be working on homework until I start doing math. And I haven't started doing that yet.
Okay. I was just making sure,
none
like,
of y'all, I mean, you can go in there and play around. You can go in there and look at it. You can go in there and actually try to do some. But you're going to get them wrong if you don't know how to do them. Okay? Who else has got a question?
So,
okay, well, what should you be doing between now and Friday? Well, some of y'all already doing it. You're getting your supplies. You're getting your text. Now that you know how to print out the textbook, now you can be working on printing out the textbook, buying a book, buying an old book, renting a book, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Everybody's got the book. It's called the EText. That's the minimum you need. You just have to print it out, or you can just read it online and just bring your notebook to class or have your notebook with you. You need a notebook. You need highlighters. You need colored pencils or highlighters, pencil, paper, pen, and probably a Sally Homemaker calculator, which everybody can use the one on your handy dandy Sally Homemaker calculator right there. That's the only calculator that you need in here, and you're not going to need it for a while. Okay, so I wouldn't worry too much about the calculator because that's not a big deal. Okay. The second thing you need to be working on besides supplies is getting onto Mylabs Plus and then figuring out, you know, how's the easiest way for you to get on Mylabs Plus. I would put a desktop icon for that back door on your desktop. I would. And 3, you probably need to read 5.1 and 5.2 and 5.3. Those are the 3 things that you need to be doing between now. And I did not say go in and do any homework. All I said was read. Okay? Who's got questions?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Very specific and random question. If we're taking a test and let's say sometimes I have YouTube up on my computer to like listen to music, will that flag it as like
no?
the
only
about
thing,
restricted.
If you see my cursor right here, if I'm doing the test, and let's say that the test is, I can't pull it up right now, but well, hold on. And I pull up the test, and the test is in this area of white right here.
Right.
If I go outside of that test and I click on this home right here, then it's going to shut down the computer. It's going to shut down the test, and it's going to shut down the homework. You have to actually click on something.
Okay.
You can hover. I can hover over this, and I can hover over this. But if I click on it, it's going to knock you out of the test and future homework.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. I'm going to shut her down. Let me take the roll right quick. I only got to look for those that wasn't here Monday. Let's see. I got to stop the recording.